Okay, so we're back. So now the Democrats want to be the fact-checking Gestapo now. They want to go back to 2020. Let's get into it. Democrats propose police fact-checking units to target conspiracy theorists spreading misinformation. Democrats are calling for stronger powers for fact checkers to combat the spread of so-called misinformation. This initiative is backed by a controversial law enforcement group called Lexipol, which aims to create police-run fact-checking units. These units would be tasked with censoring misinformation in real time and punishing those deemed responsible for spreading it. If you thought Snoops was bad, wait until you are being fact-checked by the police. Lexipol, a company that works with police departments in 35 states across the U.S., is suggesting that law enforcement set up disinformation units. These units would be tasked with tackling information deemed false by the authorities and granted powers to monitor and arrest those who share the information. A recent article on policeone.com, a site for law enforcement professionals, posed the question, are you ready for the battle against disinformation? Given that Lexipol works with over 8,000 police agencies across the country, this question carries a lot of weight. The article cites January 6th as an example of misinformation that could have been suppressed and advanced by police with fact-checking powers. For example, the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol was fueled by widespread disinformation and misinformation about election fraud leading to unprecedented violence and overwhelming police operations at the Capitol. Some officers were even perceived as sympathetic to the rioters, further eroding public confidence in law enforcement's impartiality. Okay. The proposal goes beyond just identifying misinformation. Lexipol wants police to work with tech companies and community organizations, including the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, to create systems that can spot harmful content in real life time. Wow. So we're going to be like communist China now. Content deemed harmful will be immediately censored, and the social media user will be dealt with by the police. This obviously raises serious concerns about the potential for government and tech companies to collaborate in ways that could infringe on free speech and liberty. The company recommends that police creates units specifically designed to find and fact-check false information, as well develop counter-narratives to push back against misleading claims. This approach raises important questions about how far law enforcement should go in monitoring speech and whether it might lead to more censorship. Just remember, not only the Democrats would want this, but also Donald Trump, because he did talk about in, Agenda 47 and Project 2025 that censoring free speech. He also talked about how he was going to work with Bill Gates to censor free speech on the internet. Just keep that in mind. Overall, the idea of police-run misinformation units could change the ways we discuss and share information. It highlights the fine line between protecting the public and limiting free speech. As this conversation continues, we must consider what kind of society we want to create and how much control we're willing to give to law enforcement over our words. That is something to think about. Okay? That is something definitely to think about. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that we are slowly heading into a communist society? What are your thoughts that, both Trump and Kamala Harris talked about censoring the internet? What are your thoughts on that? All right. This is Hard Talk Radio, live in 4K. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Anything you want to know about this channel is in the description box. Later.